Welcome to problem number 7 from the August 2016 Algebra Regents exam. In this question, it's fairly straightforward. All we need to do is solve this inequality. I'm just going to write it off to the side here. So we've got 2h plus 8 is greater than 3h minus 6. Now what we need to do is try to get all the h terms together on one side and all the constants on the other side. To do that, I'm going to, you could subtract 2h or you could subtract 3h. Let's get rid of 3h so that our variable is on the left-hand side. So we're going to take away 3h, and that's going to cause those to cancel out. 2h minus 3h gets us negative 1h. Okay, we've got our plus 8 greater than negative 6. Make sure we keep that symbol there. This is not 6, it's negative, right, because it's being subtracted. Okay, now we're going to move the 8 over by subtracting 8 from both sides, causing the 8's to cancel out here, and we'll be left with negative 1h is greater than negative 6 minus 8. That's negative 14. Now, because we want h to be positive, what we can do here is multiply both sides by negative 1. So times negative 1 times negative 1. And what that will essentially do is that will cancel out these negatives. And we'll be left with h is greater than negative 14 times negative 1, which is positive 14. So the solution is h is greater than 14. And that is solution number 3. Oh, my apologies. I just realized that's not right. Okay, and you know what? I think it's important to see the mistake I made because it's a common mistake. And what happens is that because we multiplied our inequality by a negative number, and this happens whether you multiply or divide by a negative number, the inequality symbol actually changes direction. So instead of being greater than, it's going to be less than. So the real answer is number 1. And just in case you're wondering why that's the case, let's take a look at a simple example. If we're comparing negative 2 and negative 3, we all know that negative 2 is greater than negative 3. But what happens if we multiply both of these by negative 1? Let's see. Negative 2 times negative 1 is 2. Negative 3 times negative 1 is 3. Notice that if we wrote the same inequality, this is not true. 2 is not greater than 3. So we actually switch the symbol's direction. And that's an example of why we do that. So again, the proper solution is h is less than 14. Okay, and that's it for this video. Thanks for visiting JD's Regents Preparation.